So I'm super excited to see the markets just blowing up today. And it's just such a good time to live stream. Let me just show you guys what's happening. It's a page of green. It's finally the moment that we're waiting for. The Bitcoin maxis are coming into the space and saying, you know what, when the banks are burning, Bitcoin is the solution. Bitcoin solves this, right? We can see all those Bitcoin maxi memes. Bitcoin solves this, financial institutions going down. Bitcoin, one BTC, always one BTC, UASF, Segway, let's go. I'm just joking. So it's a very big, crazy time for Bitcoin because Bitcoin actually was designed to, well, prevent a banking collapse, or, well, rather not prevent a banking collapse, but be the currency that people can actually hold on to. Right? And this is super important today. And I think this is really being demonstrated on the markets today. So everything is going up. But at the same time, wow, the US markets are going to be insane the next few days because there's going to be massive bank runs, especially with what's happening. The latest news to come in tonight is that regulators closed the crypto-focused bank Signature. Wow, my mind was blown when I saw this, right? So they're citing systematic risk, and this was done on a Sunday, right? Just think of how urgent and how fast this is right now because, yeah, normally things like this don't move this fast, but we saw the collapse of Silvergate Bank, which led to the closure of Silicon Valley Bank, and basically on Sunday right now, the closure of the crypto-focused bank Signature. This is actually quite crazy because Signature Bank is 4 times as large as Silvergate, right? And it's one of the institutions that is very largely used. I think last time I checked, so I'm going to check the data and the numbers on here, but it's around $40 billion of various people who are in crypto in here. So yeah, I think crypto industry wise, I think everyone's minds are going to get blown right now because of just yet again, they closed this because of not because they're doing bad, but just to prevent systematic risk. They pretty much just is a preemption. So we have to see what's going to happen next. But I think what's happening in the US right now is kind of crazy. But all of this is leading to massive pumps in crypto. I think another big reason why crypto is moving up so fast, so aggressively right now is that people don't know where to go. Right? Even on this channel yesterday, we've been doing a few live streams and people were saying, where should you go right now? Should I hold US dollars? And unfortunately, yes, right? Because if you're in stables and you need stables, right, then unfortunately, holding money in a bank was meant to be the safer option because all these stable coins are going through massive, massive turmoil. But the banks aren't safe now anymore either, right? So this is why everyone's going back into Bitcoin now, right? People are saying, oh, look, you know what? Signature's closing. Well, yeah, if that's the case, then the Fed's announced a backstop, Michael. All right, so anyways, we're going to talk about everything here today. I am doing this as a new location for our live stream, so welcome everyone to a live stream. Tell me where you are watching from and when you prefer to have these live streams. So guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. And of course, if you guys are tuning in, make sure to smash that like button. It really does help. And ask lots of questions. Today I'm here to just answer your questions. I was trying to fix some audio issues earlier, which is why the live stream started a little bit later than usual. But I really do want to just give you guys the best in intel today for reals. We're also going to do a live stream tonight. So in roughly around 11 hours, I'm planning to do another live stream to cover pre-markets. I feel like right now is the big mega time. It is the time to pay attention to crypto. This is our moment, right? I've been saying this for around a few weeks now, saying, even for me, I was stopped creating content for a while because, well, I was a little bit tired. I was a little bit burnt out, to be honest. But now is the time to get back in, right? Now is the time to make sure that we are aware of what's happening. So whilst you guys are at it, I'm going to share my live stream too. So I'm going to try to figure out how to share everything. But if you guys can share this live stream, it really does help because it's been a while, so it really helps for us. Live stream. Join us in chat, guys. All right, that's my show for my live stream. I hope it works. All right, guys. So I'm sending that now. We're trying to get more people, but more people are coming in as we speak. Really, really excited to see all you guys again. So El Macho Gipto says Philippines. We got Sean Yabura from Vegas. We got Damian Wins free show, just like Ronnie Ray says, love that Michael is back. It's great to see you again, Ronnie. Like back U.S. Virginia. We got Cryptogram. 大家早上好. All right, he's got the Chinese down. We got this Chinese lockdown. We also have the Hong Kong the beautiful Hong Kong skyline, the harbor in the back. Not an as amazing day today. It's a little bit cloudy, but man, this is a very chill, fun day. So I hope you guys enjoy that background. I chose this room to stream because I wanted you guys to see that awesome Hong Kong view. But yeah, it took a long time to set this up, so I hope you guys enjoy. I hope it's worth it. Smash that like button if you appreciate the extra effort, the difference that we're gonna do today. We got UFO Nut says, "What's up, legend? Long Island, New York, amazing." DMV is from China. Wow, amazing. Cryptomatic says, "Australia used to be in Hong Kong. Great to see you back. Been too long for sure. Let me just go show you guys a little bit of Hong Kong as well whilst we're at it. So since I'm in this room, let me see if I can get my camera and show you guys what is here. Wow. Ugh. I can't stray far because I'm on an HDMI cable, but that's Harbor City and on the back, and then that is Hong Kong skyline. All the banks are over there. Basically, like Hong Kong is just the banking center. So the biggest, tallest building, right? That massive one that's long there, that super long one, that is the International Finance Center. That's where a lot of banking is. And then of course, so the whole area is called Central, where all the banking is. And then we have the smaller buildings, but the big banks, we have HSBC, we have Bank of China, we have Standard Chartered. Everything is in that region. In this region here, we basically have all the, this building is really for insurance sales. But I hope you guys like that. That's, I should have probably made it bigger, right? Oh, man, I'm being so rusty to streaming. All right, here you go. Boom. All right, and we have everything. Oh man, this is. So, all right, so now the audio should be working, and then yeah, so that's a Hong Kong. That's a view right now in Hong Kong. I'm trying to show you guys a little bit more and bigger. So yeah, all the finance stuff is there. They're in crisis mode right now. Asian markets, it's kind of crazy, right? Because of just the turmoil that happened. And there's so much going on in Hong Kong as well. So we're gonna keep you guys updated as well in this week because yeah, there's a lot going on in Hong Kong, a lot going on here. So anyways, guys, let's get into it. Let's get into the news segment. Let's not stall anymore. Let's go straight into the cryptocurrency markets, and then we'll look at what's happening with the banks and everything else. So let's get started. So first and foremost, man, markets are just amazing. We've got so many there. Okay, so markets are just freaking crazy today. Look at that. Look at that massive pump, right? That came about on Bitcoin. Let me actually switch to CoinGecko. I'm actually more familiar with that interface. So massive pump on Bitcoin. All right. I almost attribute this to Americans waking up. I mean, it was kind of funny because the whole day yesterday, right, I was spent eyeing the markets, and I was looking at USDC, right, for the longest period of time. Wow, USDC is just going back straight on back to repegging, huh? So USDC, I was looking at that yesterday because there's a substantial amount of fear in Asian markets, which is actually kind of interesting, right? Because like what I noticed is that roughly at around from 3 p.m. my time, which is 3 a.m. in the US, that is when there's a peak of fear, right? Because if you think about it, the Asians, especially Chinese, they don't really understand what's happening in the US markets, right? They don't understand how this regulation works. All they're seeing is they're just freaking out over Silicon Valley Bank collapsing. They also are freaking out over what the hell USDC is going to do. They're meant to be the most regulated entity, but at the same time, right, they've publicly disclosed they have around $3 billion in Silicon Valley Bank. So there was a major freak out, right? There was a major freak out. And I typically speaking, in the afternoon, I think this is when the Americans were sleeping. This was a time when USDC was at its lowest. So I was actually making trades yesterday. It was kind of funny. I was looking at this, even it's funny because I polled you guys, and because most of the English speaking audiences on Twitter, most people are like long USDC, right? But if you think about it on the Asian side, a lot of Chinese were freaking out. So the prices were low. So yesterday I actually managed to make a few good trades. I was, excuse the cringe. I saw people were cringing, but excuse the cringe. But yesterday I was like trading and I was leverage longing USDC. Right, so my entry price was around 9.4, and then I exited this morning. So when I woke up, I was just, you know what? I think I got what I wanted, to be honest. I mean, in hindsight, USDC is almost up to 1-to-1 right now, 1-to-1 back. But in hindsight, I should have just kept it. But I felt this was a good exit, 200% gains on this one. And if you guys are interested in trading, so I don't usually promote Bybit. I don't usually promote leverage trading, but this was a situation where it worked very well for me personally because I didn't want to have exposure to USDC. It's not a coin that I want. I just want to trade this. In fact, I do have exposure on my personal side on USDC, but I didn't want any more exposure. That was the maximum exposure I'll ever want on USDC. And then of course when I traded it, I just used a leverage long. I thought like it won't fall below 90 cents. I felt like, the amount of fear in the market, it just wasn't enough to justify falling between 90 cents, which was why I just leveraged long it when the market was bad. And then, lo and behold, this morning it was pretty darn good trade. So we're watching the markets here today, and I think everything is up today. I know everything is up today. In fact, Bitcoin is pumping 10%. Right, so going back down to this is like where we've been in this long enough to know that every time the banking sector is in turmoil, Bitcoin is pumping. In fact, I felt like this is also about how this pump comes and the timing of the pump for Bitcoin, because like so last week was very crazy, right? We have Silvergate, all right, that was the first one, that was the first domino that fell. Right? Then Silicon Valley Bank. And when Silicon Valley Bank fell, I was thinking, where are my Bitcoin maxis at? Right? Why aren't people screaming, Bitcoin solves this? I posted this on Twitter, right? Bitcoin solves this. And people didn't respond. I was like, Bitcoin solves this, right? This is like one of the reasons why we're here. This is the primary reason why we're here, right? So where are all the maxis at? Right, but here they are. They're here today. They're here with their money today, right? Where Bitcoin is massively pumping, making massive movements. We got Ethereum also pumping, just following suit. Kind of interesting to see Bitcoin and Ethereum both moving up with the same amount. Sometimes we actually see Ethereum moving up a little bit higher than Bitcoin. But I feel like this time it was a situation where people probably are thinking, you know what, everything crypto. Like people have this issue, right, where like they think, Bitcoin and Ethereum are the same, but technically not. But anyways, because Ethereum is a smaller cap, usually it moves up a little bit more. But anyways, that's the interesting element of what's going on. But also the altcoins are pumping too. We have Conflux, it's up like 34%. Synthetics, it's up 30%. Optimism is up 30%. It's a crazy day for crypto today. It's actually massive. So altcoins are also moving up because when the giant moves, right, everything moves. But it's actually quite interesting too on to note. And that sometimes when Bitcoin moves up, all the altcoins fall. But today it seems to be the case where just like it's a complete flee. And I attribute this a lot to the fact that a lot of people are probably very scared of the stable coins right now. So Tether and USDC, both these stable coins could be in trouble because these big banks, right, the two banks that are like crypto friendly, right? Think about it. Signature and Silvergate, they're both being closed right now. So where are people going to hold the money if they want to be in crypto? Well, stables just ain't the place to be, right? That's a scary part right now. And I think the best meme I would say to capture what is happening, I would say, is this tweet right here from Luis Ramajo, who says like, USDC, it's regulated, it's transparent, so we know it's a big mess of plates, and you don't want to open that bank, you don't want to open that cupboard up. That's a big no-no. Something's gonna be like happen, right? You have no idea what's that. So it's gonna be a big mess for USDC, but USDT is opaque, right? Because USDC when it comes to USDT, they're being extremely private. They're not regulated by the US entities. They don't need to disclose anything. They can just put a report, whatever, on the Tether website. So it's an opaque cupboard, right? We don't know what's happening inside. We don't know if the situation is even messier. It's very likely, we can probably guess it's even messier than what's happening with USDC, but we don't know, right? So people are fleeing to the unknown, but it could be the case that Tether also gets FUD. So what I'm kind of seeing is that it's very likely that people are just buying up other cryptocurrencies. They're just saying, you know what, one Bitcoin is one Bitcoin. I'll say if I want to be in Bitcoin, I'll be in Bitcoin. One ETH is one ETH, right? One optimism is one optimism. So that seems to be how the market is responding. And I definitely see that this is a very initial kind of knee-jerk reaction, I would say, almost to this market. Like, at the end of the day, right, we've seen on this channel, I've shown you guys trades that were just horrific. Remember the $2 million that became 5 cents? Remember that? We showed you guys that 2 streams ago, there was this insane transaction that someone panic sold their Curve tokens. Instead of exiting the Curve tokens, they panic sold those, and it was $2 million worth, and it was sold for 5 cents. So this is not a time to panic. It's time for rational assessment. Not financial advice, but I think this is pretty common sense right now, right? So we've seen that happening, and that was just sad. I think we had a few questions about that transaction as well from the last stream. So this was the transaction. If you guys want to see it, if you want to see all the transactions and everything that's I'm going through, I'm on Twitter, so just follow my Twitter. You can go back through, scroll through. But this was a transaction, and people were asking, you know, what happened to $2 million, right? Did the $2 million vanish? No. One very smart bot maker, so you're constantly on Ethereum, there's constantly different people, like different bots really, scouting for opportunities like this. And one crazy bot managed to buy this $2 million of Curve tokens for basically 5 cents. So that's insane, right? They did pay, I think, around $2,000 USD of gas fees because they want to beat every other bot that's scouting these transactions. But man, that is one major windfall. And this is also goes back to saying why right now is a very important time to be back in crypto, right? Because if you know how to make bots, well, you can be one of those people picking up $2 million just from the market, right? And in fact, for me, I haven't been making bots yet, but I've been picking up on the USDC trades, right? It just made sense. I made like 3 very good trades yesterday on USDC, and it's almost like history constantly repeats itself. And yet again, it's just a great opportunity to be back right now. And I was saying, not financial advice right now, but I'm saying what I spotted with this market is that you need to kind of be in the center. If you're too safe, it's not working. Right, you see all these big these banks are holding crypto collapsing. So the people who are on the sidelines and not exposed to crypto, they're getting wrecked. They're losing sleep, and they were dumping USDC for cheap, right? So if they were dumping, like, it was quite funny. I was on the stream on a Saturday stream. Right? We had Nathan and Dirty Phil, and Dirty Phil was trying to persuade me to sell my USDC for cheap. He was like, "Yo, it's falling down to 88 cents. Dump it now." I'm like, "No." No, motherfucker, no. Right? Because I was still holding a little bit because I do have stables, right? You know, I'm waiting for more opportunities to enter the market. And he was like, yo, dump it now, be safe. I'm like, no, this is a panic moment, right? Panic moment. Don't let my emotional brain take over. Right, so that was during that stream. It was kind of funny. But during that stream, we also had 3 different opinions, right? Everyone had a different opinion. So this is us drinking cola, and then figuring out what everyone's doing. And we had 3 different opinions, right? For them, they moved out of USDC because it was kind of necessary for them. And I was the one that was like, I still had a stablecoin portfolio, and I still have USDT and USDC. But right now, it's just really hard to handle and deal with that. So I didn't panic. And in fact, I made the trade that I felt was correct for me. So that's why it's a good time to be back. But I also say the converse is true. So, going back to the topic, you just have to be right in the middle. If you're too safe, right, you might freak out. If you're too kind of degen, it doesn't really work right now either. So I've seen some absolute degens jumping in the market, buying whatever altcoin there is. I tested that out myself. I was looking at our private live stream chat, and unfortunately, the coins went down by like half its value. So I feel like it's not the time to like close your eyes and just blindly pick. I always do these temperature tests on the market, but at the same time, I felt like right now it's kind of important to be in the middle ground, the absolute middle ground between kind of safe and degen. That's for me. That's my current strategy right now, and I'm kind of preparing for this massive run. So, all right, guys. Also, if you guys are interested in joining the Telegram group, this group was closed off for the longest period of time. But since we're restarting the whole box mining thing, we're going to ramp it up. So I'm going to send the link right here. This is only open whilst this live stream is open. I'm going to close that link on afterwards. So if you are in right now, make sure you click that link, come in, join us, chat with us, DGens here. It's going to be super exciting. And for all those who are watching this live stream on replay, well, we'll have more chances to enter that chat. I think it's one of the best chats, it's best alpha league channels around. So yep, do it. I'm gonna drink. So I haven't actually eaten breakfast this morning. So let's show up for a few minutes, then we'll talk about the news. Then we're gonna bring some guests over. So I asked a few people to come on the stream today to help me, help me a little bit on this channel. So I'm planning to do more live streams, and for me, it's actually very funny because I love talking with you guys. I get so much insight, so much intelligence. In fact, the whole idea for leverage trading USDC only came about when someone asked me, "Why don't you do that?" And I was like, "Sure." Yeah, I mean, I really enjoy talking to you guys. So I do enjoy it, but it's kind of interesting. I think you guys know or don't know, but I'm actually very, very introverted. So sometimes doing the live stream actually just burns me out by a lot. So, so I really enjoy it, and I really I'm trying to bring more guests on board, so we can do more streams in the future as well. Any questions? Let's take a look at the stream, see if you guys have any questions, and I'm going to do some stuff. I'm going to figure out how to do these streams properly. Also, guys, if you are coming in, I've seen a lot more new people coming in. Say hi, welcome to the channel. Really appreciate you guys coming in and catching up with us on this group. Ask tons of questions. I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking. I'd love to hear also what you guys are worried and concerned about, what you guys are buying, if you guys are buying any altcoins. I mean, now that the bears are hibernating, now the bears are destroyed. I kind of feel like the bears who put like leverage positions in shorts for BTC, they're getting destroyed, completely wrecked. But that being said, of course, when we see flash pumps like this, we know that there will be price consolidation, right? So this is where I'm still cautiously optimistic. We'll have to see what next week is going to bring, but very, very exciting time. I'm so glad I started to restarted my channel this week, because it takes a while to get back into YouTube. It takes a while to get back in the groove, making videos, doing live streams, making content. Well, this is a scary video, but I'm really glad to be back at this time, because this is a time for us to share information, for us to work together. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? As corny as it is, I'm the corniest person today. Oh God. But yeah, also just talking to you guys as well a little bit. I did an explainer video. I tried out this new format for an explainer video with lots of infographics and memes and stuff. I'm trying out new styles. I'm super excited. This is what makes me happy, right? I'm trying new styles, new live streams, new locations. It's actually really fun. So guys, give me some feedback on this. A lot of people commented that they don't like the stock footage, but at the same time, I saw the retention time was actually very long for these explainer videos. So I think we can figure out a kind of a middle ground to make these videos good. So we have the Silicon Valley Banks collapse explained within 5 minutes. I feel like that's the most value I can add, just short summaries of what's going on. Then we have a kind of a recap this week, news recap, and lives as well. So yeah, we're really coming back up, guys. So really appreciate the love that you guys are sharing, and really appreciate making content for you guys as well. Damian Wins says, making me feel like early 2017. Absolutely. Like, this is how we got there, guys. This is how we got there. Like, early 2017, which is chilling, looking at the markets, just like this live stream on this chat, and then we witnessed one of the biggest crypto explosions, like the biggest pumps, the biggest absolute bull markets in history of crypto, right? And this is where we made it, guys. So I'm glad to be here, glad to be back. Box fan says, DeFi. Superman says, hey man, yo, Supo, yo, yo, Supo, you're back. Welcome. Thank you for watching, Supo. If you're still here, shout out to Supo Man. He's got some amazing stuff, dude. You know what? Supo Man is, I think, okay. Let me show his channel first. He makes some super exciting content, and he's all about the excitement. And you know what? I'm not sure if I can share the Supo, but I met Superman in real life. We're actually really good friends, and man, he's a really good person. Like I know he gets a lot of hate from sometimes. Like some people love him, some people hate him because it's all about excitement for him, right? He's the exciting guy. I'm the boring guy. I'm the boring guy doing the math. He's like, do you like cryptocurrencies? This is Superman, your superhero. You know, like high octane, high energy, bam, bam, bam. You know, love him or hate him. He's a great person in real life. So, and you know what's inspiring about him, and I actually said this, is that his YouTube channel actually got disabled by YouTube, right? And that's a catastrophic loss, right? And it's so hard to come back from that. But he is rolling it right now. Like, look at those. It's fire. Meme coins. I'm not a big meme coin guy, but if you like meme coins, if you like what is happening, if you like excitement, all right, Superman. That's a Superman energy there. But yeah, I respect him as a person, and it's a different type of view, and it's a very different view from what I do. Superman was saying, you know, yeah, right, you're introverted. I'm super introverted, bro. You have no idea how introverted I am. I'm like the guy who's just like, you know, chilling and not doing too much. It's you know, I like playing video games and just chilling and not doing anything, right? That's my cup of tea, right? So, anyways, guys. Superman says, ironically, you're higher energy than me in real life. Man, no, not anymore. Not anymore, bro. Not anymore. I'd love to do a live stream with you, Super, again. But I actually messaged them when I started my channel, and I'm like, how do you have the energy to do this? Because like restarting YouTube's not easy, right? Because especially when you restart YouTube, you don't have as many views from YouTube as before, because YouTube doesn't know where to place you. It doesn't know where to rank you, right? So when you restart YouTube, you really have to kind of fight and go back to your roots again, right? You have to fight tooth and nail to get back. And I respect him because, like, at the end of the day, he got it even worse than me, right? Because for me, I have my channel. For him, he lost his channel. So, man, I respect that, bro. I respect that. But anyways, going back to everything, I hope you're doing well, bro. I hope you're doing well. Let's do some comments. Good to see class of 2017 coming. Say Supo, crypto YouTubers still representing. Now we need Data Dash. Absolutely. We need to bring the OG crew back again. The good old Superman. And it's like, live RL fan says, thoughts on BUSD at box mining. So here's my thought on stablecoins. I think this is a really good question to ask right now at this time, right now. So all stablecoins are shite. Okay, let's be honest here. All stablecoins are shite. I'm not. Some people confuse me and say, yo, you're shilling stable coins. I am not, dude. They're stable. They're meant to be tools, right? They are tools to use, and you need to use them sometimes if you don't have access to banks. In fact, I'm actually quite sad today because one of my OTCs, right, they use Signature Bank, right? They're the ones that use Signature Bank. So I don't even have a way to either onboard, enter, or exit crypto right now. That's how bad it is for me right now. But anyways, back to the point. But it's a tool. A lot of people don't have access to US dollar bank. And so at the end of the day, they have to choose one of these evils, right? One evil, whether it's USDT, USDC, BUSD, or whatever, right? They have to choose one of these evils. So which one would I choose right now? I don't want to choose any, but I do have a kind of a mixture of all these stable coins. Everyone has a big disadvantage. So we know, okay, USDC is meant to be the most regulated one, but the problem with regulation is that it's transparent, right? So wait, let me switch this back here. But the problem with USDC is it's transparent. People know exactly how big that hole is, right? They have a hole right now in their accounts, and people know exactly how big that hole is. People can calculate. And if there's a bank run on USDC, they can be in trouble. And they might be under US regulation as well. So it's not great. I will say, yeah, it's not great. But at the same time, Tether, right? Tether is opaque, right? They don't really tell you what is going on, but we know that things aren't going to be great. There's going to be FUD at some point or the other, right? And we know historically speaking, right? I've been making videos for such a long time, and especially I remember this FUD like clear as day. When this FUD came and USDT, people thought USD was going to fall. USDT prices were just like tanking. It tanked to like 86 cents for a few periods of time, was tanking to 86 cents. And I remember this because I had friends buying it up and then cashing out US dollars on the other side, and they're like, whoa, we're raking it in. We're raking 14% here. It was a crazy time. And this happened multiple times. It almost happens like once per year. So not just in 2017, but like even in periods like this, right? November 2020, yet again, there was a dip. And the charts don't show this very well, but there were hours there that when USDT falls, it falls like a knife as well, because all the Chinese, yet again, I tell you, the Chinese, they freak out all the freaking time, right? BUSD, I think it's kind of interesting because BUSD is not actually held by Binance. It's actually rebranded Paxos. So Pax, which is also another regulated stablecoin. But yet again, they're going to suffer the same problems as USDC, right? But so BUSD has even a bigger problem because the US regulators are going after them too, right? So none of these tools are really good. So I think at this current point, maybe go to Kraken and just have actual USD. I don't know. I'm thinking of different options too, or just buy Bitcoin. I think that could be the other alternative right now. It's just like, you know what, scrap all the stablecoin stuff. They all suck. Just have more exposure, and I think that's also what the market's reacting to right now, right? The markets are saying, yeah, you know what, all this stuff, all this junk, nah, no thank you, no thank you, no thank you, no thank you, no thank you. Tools low. Box fan says tools. Yeah, I see them as tools. I mean, stable coins, you don't make anything from them. Unless you just play on emotions, unless you're just leverage trading on emotions, which does work. All right, Ronnie Ray says, million that idea, hear me out. Algorithmic stable coin. No way it can fail. Oh God, that is the dream, man. That is a dream. I mean, Do Kwon, he got the dream going, right? He was printing out this algorithmic stablecoin. It's meant to be stabilized by his own coin. Look how that turned out. Yeah. But hey, Ronnie Ray, it's a joke, but think about it. CZ was commenting on that yesterday, right? CZ was like, did you see CZ's bullish tweet? What was he saying there? CZ, Do Kwon actually had the right idea, but just failed miserably on execution. Throwing that shade out there, CZ. He's like, yo, I'm going to print out those algorithm stable points. Watch Binance print $17 billion of coins, and we are going to make it work this time. Sorry, CZ. I was just joking. But maybe he'll do it. Maybe he'll do it, right? So... but the craziest, what's the biggest disappointment though, was DAI. All right, so DAI was meant to be a crypto-backed stablecoin, right? But it also fell during this time. So it failed the stress test because they took on USDC as collateral. I think this was the most disappointing, event, I would say, of this week. Because all the DAI supporters are like, this is backed by crypto, right? Crypto-backed stablecoins actually backed by Ether. Great. But the problem is they expanded the repository, they expanded the reserves to USDC. So then they also ate shit too. So normally if I was like a true maxi, I would say, yeah, maybe DAI will work. But the problem is that they mixed DeFi with CeFi. Growth pains, guys. Growth pains. Anyways, you know what? Let me eat a little bit for here. Let's show out. Let's chat a little bit. See what's happening. But this was the saddest part. This was the saddest part of the day. But anyways, we're watching that Bitcoin pump. We're watching that price action going. It's gonna be quite insane. Because I think even tomorrow, when the bank runs are gonna happen, I think this is a preemptive strike for what's gonna happen tomorrow. Because tomorrow, right, we're gonna see the panic, the full market panic. When the market opens in roughly, I would say 10 hours from now, we're gonna see that full panic. It's gonna be nuts, guys. It's gonna be nuts. So anyways, guys, we're gonna do a live stream at that time. We're gonna set that live stream up, guys. So whilst we're waiting here, just wait for me to set everything up and see what's happening. So whilst we're at it, let me set that up. Angela Wang in the house. Angela Wang says hi. Angela Wang in the house. Crypto Glass says DAI is basically wrapped USDC. Can we have original? Can we have DAI Classic? It's only backed by ETH. Okay. Oh God. Okay. MTMD says, but the Fed said they'll backstop all depositors. Right. All right. I think Signature Bank was preemptive. They haven't done anything wrong yet, right? So let's not cause too much fear here. I know we can fear for thumbnails. It's kosher because that's the only thing YouTube allows nowadays. Uncle YouTube, we're on YouTube, so we have to do that. But whilst we're streaming, let's keep the FUD down. All right. So the Popensky says DAI is a total deception, acted like a USDC twin. It's kind of sad, man. It's kind of sad because the DAI original vision of MakerDAO was to just create something that's crypto backed, right? I think they got pulled in by the CeFi because CeFi has so much money. People just had so much USDC, right? And I guess in a way, DeFi needed to bridge with centralized finance for it to be super viable. But yet again, it's it's fun times. It's a fun time, guys. It's a fun times. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up the live stream for tonight. So let me find a good thumbnail. I'm gonna find an old thumbnail. All right, crypto live stream. Let me see. It's gonna be called live stream. Banks will we have Bitcoin pumping as banks are failing. All right, that seems good. All right, got that. It's YouTube, guys. I was making fun of it, but I'm like, man, this is the part of YouTube where I love and hate. You gotta have some sensational titles and stuff. It's like some people are so good at that. All right, so I'm setting up the live stream for tonight. I'm gonna do it at tonight, which is 9 p.m. Hong Kong time, which will be 9 a.m. US New York time. I'm gonna put this up right now, so you guys can share it and you guys can join it tonight when we stream. We're also gonna get more people to stream with us tonight too. So yeah, it won't be just me. I know you're tired of seeing my face, but the most punchable face on YouTube. I know you guys are a little bit tired of that. So let me put that here. Let me put that on this one. Bam. Whoa, my old face, my old young looking face. Look at that. Wow. Live stream. This will be a pre-market. So this will be a pre-market live stream, guys, and we're going to look at what's happening on the market. So if you guys want to click there's a notify me button, so it'll be live in 10 hours, but if you click the notify me button, it'll show up when it comes out. So let me send the link into the live stream chat right now whilst we get this. All right, guys. So yeah, so I'm doing more live streams. It's actually very enjoyable, very fun. Initially I thought, like I said, I'm actually introverted. It takes me a while to heat up and get excited for things. So yeah, now I'm excited. So now I really love talking to you guys, and it's really fun making these YouTube videos. And guys, ask plenty of questions. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave in around 15 minutes. We're gonna talk about what's happening with Signature Bank, and then yeah, we'll see that. We got Stu G says, you look younger now. Thank you, Stu. Thank you, Stu. All right. Well, I'm gonna also eat this. This is so. I said I'm gonna eat my food, so I have to eat my food. So you guys have to bear the silence with me for a second. But this is a avocado smoothie. It is. I'm doing keto right now. So instead of having a full, breakfast, I have an avocado smoothie. But it's okay. It's got like flax seeds and stuff in there. So it's got flax seeds. It's got protein powder. It's good. It's actually pretty good. So yeah. Ronnie Ray asks, the real question is, where is Box Plant? No comment. You know what? I'll do Um, uh, I'll do a carefully crafted tweet about that. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Barry Kerr says, is blocks mining disappearing? The greatest bear market indicators there. Hey, to be fair, last bear market, I stuck it out. All right. Last bear market, I was traveling, I was in Bali, but I was still making videos, right? But it's just that this bear market, I was like, you know what? I need a break. I need a hiatus. It's like, I deserve this, right? It was been like 7 years of making videos, and I deserve this like half a year break. All right, so we are dumping. So let me just very quickly figure this out. I should put chat up here, right, guys? Tell me if I should put chat up here. We also have Twitter and stuff. So I think Twitter doesn't give me data on how many people are watching, but I'm trying to do multiple live streams with 2 viewers on Twitter. I guess people don't like me on Twitter, but I'll try to include all the chats and everything here. So I'll try to be better. I'll try to be better. Don't be sorry. Be better. Right. All right. So let's check the markets out right now. Let me check very quickly what is happening on the markets. So we're gonna do more setup. Like today was just a big freaking mess today. So that my apologies for that, by the way. Today was super messy. So let's see. Learn more. Right, with minorly dumping, it's not that bad. Let me do my Star Wars transition. All right. So yeah, so we're minorly dumping. I mean, I think the initial pump was just like liquidations, right? I mean, when you see stuff like this, especially when price action just happens so quickly, these, I'm sure there's a lot of bears out there, right? There's bears that are, because there's probably 2 streams of my thought for this. One stream of thought is that we're gonna dump before we pump, all right? Because we're gonna see savage traditional markets tomorrow because of just how the banks are going down. Like it's super negative news on the markets, right? So if we kept being closely correlated to stock market, then Bitcoin should dump before it pumps. Right, so I'm sure there were a lot of traders who were placing bets that were going to dump first, so they were shorting Bitcoin. The second group of thought is that, well, Bitcoin is designed for this. Bitcoin was made so that banking issues would not be problematic, right? Because one Bitcoin, always one Bitcoin, right? We always have that meme, right? So I think that argument is coming in earlier, and I think the fact that the stable coins are so horrifically broken right now, that's chasing people out. So people are like, you know what, this stable coin might be not worth anything, I mean, especially after the trauma of UST. So that line of thought is playing faster than I think a lot of people anticipate, including me. Right? I didn't expect this mega pump to happen yet, but we're gonna see some consolidation. I see. This week is going to be probably insane for trading right now. This week we'll probably have some insane volatility coming through. So yeah, that's going to be nuts. And guys, if you guys are trading too, I know I don't push this very often, but there's a code for Bybit in the comment section down below. So the way I use exchanges right now, and I'll do a transparency thing in the future. And also for full transparency, if you use that link, you do help the channel. I do get a percentage of the trades that are going on. So that's how it works. But right now I'm using Binance, I'm using Bybit, I'm using KuCoin, pretty much every exchange. But I'll tell you which ones I use, which ones I have most money in. And of course, I have a lot of money on chain as well. Well, not of money, a lot of crypto on chain as well, because at the end of the day, I took funds that I'm not trading out of exchanges. So that's how I kind of work. And also, if you guys do use Bybit, so something that you guys should really do is use sub accounts. So I actually made this one called YouTube Box. This is a sub account, and you know it's what I'm comfortable showing up on stream, right? So this is just specifically designed for YouTube and for showing you guys what's happening. So then I don't like dox my main account or something like that. So that's kind of how I'm setting it up. But the good thing about having a sub account is that if a sub account blows up, right, then you'll be fine, right? It doesn't matter, right? So something I did is like, let's say for example, you have $5,000, you can send like 5,000. You split them into 5 sub accounts, $1,000 each, and you can test out theories. And if those theories work, then good for you. If they don't, well, you only burn 1,000, right? So that's kind of how the smarter way of doing things. I mean, when I first got into crypto, I YOLO'd into everything, right? I think I made a video about this earlier. I think box mining got liquidated. But when I first got into crypto, funny story, leverage. I bought Ethereum. I think this is I think it's an old video. They probably don't have it anymore. But so when I first got into crypto, I had a programmer friend who said, you know what, Ethereum is the shit, right? It is so good. Like, you should buy ETH. And I was like, sure, yeah, sure, bro. All right, good. A 3x leverage on ETH, no problem. It is $10. Okay, no problem. ETH $10. Let's 3x leverage. Let's YOLO. Let's play with this. Let's go. But I didn't realize that crypto had like these insane flash crashes back then, right? So what happened was that ETH dropped down to, I think it was like $1. It was like a flash crash. It was a 1 hour flash crash. This just took ETH down to $1. And then it pumped back to 15. And my order was gone. I was wiped out. So that's what you have to be careful of. So that's one thing that you do have to be careful. It's not as extreme nowadays. I mean, nowadays we have like more on each side, but like, my God, I got destroyed on leverage trading when I started. But that being said, of course, it takes a little bit of time, sub account, then you're learning, stop loss and all that stuff. That actually makes sense. And then you realize, okay, it's a very powerful tool, but a very dangerous tool. So that's the rationale for it. So if you guys need to play some, so for me, it worked very well yesterday because yesterday I didn't want to have exposure to USDC, but anyways, yeah, that's that. So let's see comments as well. Comments, how are you guys doing? Get whipped by Wix. You can't be in and out not paying attention. That's so true. That is so true. We got people asking about airdrops. So we got Ronald in my team, or Ron, if you want to call him that. It got called Airdrop Ron, but Airdrop Ron's been researching a lot about airdrops recently as well. So I think that's what my approach is right now. So I'm eyeing Bitcoin. I'm looking for where our supports are and where we can pump to, which is quite exciting. I'm also looking at airdrops this season because airdrops basically risk-free, right? Kind of. All right, let's go for the news. Then we'll do a little bit of airdrops and we'll conclude the session. So regulators close crypto-focused bank signature citing systematic risk. So U.S. regulators on Sunday shut down New York-based Signature Bank, a big lender in the crypto industry, to prevent a spreading banking crisis. We are announcing a similar systematic risk exception for Signature Bank, New York, which was closed today by the state charting authority. So this is Treasury, Federal Reserve, and FDIC said in a joint statement Sunday evening. So they're pulling full overtime to make sure that this happens, right? This is quite interesting. Because normally it's a Sunday, right? Normally they don't operate. Like wait till the banking, wait till banks open on Monday, and then maybe you can have a meeting about it, and then maybe you can make some decisions. But this was fast. This was like, oh my God, we need to act now. So you can see the fear in their eyes right freaking now because they know shit is happening. Right, and we do know that regulators shuttered Silicon Valley Bank on Friday and seized its deposit in the largest U.S. banking failure since the 2008 financial crisis. It was nuts, guys. And if you guys want to know why this happened, the box mining video on this explains this. I'll put a link here, but we made the video about the Signature Bank collapse explained. But TLDR, all right, this is already a 6-minute video, but TLDR is that they had a string of really good fortune. They had a lot of new deposits into the bank, and then they didn't know what to do with it. So they did the boneheaded thing and bought mortgage-backed securities, right? This was only giving them like 1.4% yield, but they were like, yeah, we'll just buy that. We'll lock it up for 10 years too, because that's a great idea, right? So that happened, and then of course when the Feds increased interest rates, those mortgage-backed securities just got wiped out. And I can see this happening across the board with other banks too, right? Because during that time, right, during early 2020 when there was no interest rate, these banks had to do something to outperform each other, right? They essentially, the way the bank works is they take our money and then they loan it out, right? 90% of that can be loaned out and to be, in theory, generating money. But the problem here is that when they go in and do something boneheaded and they lose their money, get situations like this. So yes, so all the regulators are coming in super, super hard. And right now, okay, so as of December 31st, this is the filing, so this is how much they have. Signature had 110 billion in total assets, right? And 88 billion in total deposits in the SEC filing. So yet again, this is not because this is preemptive, right? But it's still very big news, and I think this is going to cause a lot of confusion as well, especially in Asia. I can foresee this already. I can see confusion being caused by this. So we're gonna see. This is gonna be an exciting day. We're gonna see what happens at 3 o'clock today, because 3 o'clock is when shit goes down. But yeah, I can see them working overtime. I can see everyone working overtime to make sure this bank run doesn't happen. But we know that a lot of people have expressed that they're gonna just withdraw money out of the bank, and that's kind of how Silicon Valley Bank fell. So we also saw this tweet earlier. So JP Morgan has 28 billion in cash. JP Morgan has 3.37 trillion in liabilities. So cash is less than 1%. Oh my God, guys. Oh my God. This is going to be so freaking crazy. So yeah. I mean, this is what happens when you give other people your money, right? When you give other people your money, they're going to use it and abuse it, right? And one Bitcoin is one Bitcoin, guys. One Bitcoin, one BTC is one BTC. All right, that's the model. We should get T-shirts like that. Jennifer Zingalis says, thoughts on CBDC. This is actually quite interesting, right? This is actually quite interesting because CBDC, all right, is gaining a lot of traction right now. All right, there's a central bank CBDC, central bank digital currencies. All right, so this is heating up. If you look at the news, CBDCs can threaten our future. CBDCs could wipe out other cryptocurrencies. Guys. The whole point of Bitcoin is to say a big you to the banks. Do you think central bank digital currencies will replace Bitcoin? Like, come on, guys. Oh yeah, but it's titles, okay. You know what? These are titles. They'll probably be inside and be like, yo, U.S. lags behind, but regulatory. Nah. Okay, in brief. So basically the narrative right now is that the US is realizing that they are lagging behind the development of CBDCs. So CBDCs, what they are is essentially banks can take the technology that's available in Bitcoin, and this is something that we see the Chinese do already. They're creating something called DCEP, digital currency electronic payment. They can take that technology, adapt it, and make it very, very centralized, and essentially use that as a ledger to kind of combine and make a digital version of fiat. And so instead of the banks having to send this currency around, the CBDC can essentially act as a bank and as a place to represent fiat. And if it's issued by the central bank, that means that it has a lot more legitimacy than, let's say for example, the USDC, which has money in, well, a bank that's now closed. So yeah, it does make sense for a stablecoin front, but it doesn't make sense because it's still fiat, right? This is the biggest problem. It's still fiat money, right? It's not money that is independent from the government, right? So that's my thought. My personal thought is that this is bound to happen. I see the Chinese and the Americans are gonna head at it, and they're gonna try to both create a winning central bank digital currency. In fact, we have a good article on DCEP on our website as well. The Chinese are like very, very ahead of this. We actually have box mining here. See, box mining is number one. China's national digital currency. Yeah, China's very, very, very far advanced on this. They've been looking at blockchain and digital centralized currencies for a long time, and the way that they're going to do it is very, very centralized, right? They're doing it in such a way that the banks have complete control and signature approval, and if you're sending large amounts, you actually need approval from the central bank before you actually can send that currency out. So what they're doing on the Chinese front is extremely, extremely, extremely centralized. And I do see that this is something that's necessary because at the end of the day, it can just cut the banks out, right? The banks are making money on transactions and trades, and the government's just like, you know what, we can cut them out. So I can see this happening, but I don't see it disrupting crypto in any way. It's fundamentally opposed to what crypto is, and I actually see that it could be complementary. So if in a case, we have wrapped CBDCs on DeFi networks, it actually means that we can actually it can ease the transition into the decentralized space a lot easier. So yeah. MTMD says, aren't they having a lot of trouble gaining adoption in terms of DCEP? So yeah, absolutely. It's actually quite hard for people to use it well. It's actually not used very aggressively. And in large part, that's why the government in China actually cracked down very hard on Alibaba and Alipay, right? Jack Ma was like pretty much gone for a while from the social media space. And it's a carrot and stick, right? The Chinese government, they're going to make DCEP, and then that's the carrot, come over, we have something better, and then the stick is like, okay, let's kill off competitors. It's so easy, right? It's logical. So but they're still having trouble gaining traction. It still takes a while, and I think the biggest barrier, the barrier to adoption is actually not the technology, but rather the what would you say? It's the fear of where this is gonna go. So they rather do smaller tests rather than one big push, because at the end of the day, you can't. If this goes out of control, even though it's centralized, if this goes out of control, it still looks bad on them. So it takes a while. Blockchain comics is Euro also. So CBDC will depend on country. Every country will have their central bank digital currency. I definitely see that this is going to be a trend. I definitely see, especially with the bank run that's happening, I definitely see that governments are going to look into this. What happens if CBDC gets implemented? That'll be great. I mean, it's just easier to translate to crypto, right? Probably one click. Ronnie Ray says, so I met with the bank president talking about crypto. He brought up a good point about CBDCs. Something like 90% of US bills are in 100s, and something like 80% of those are outside the US. That's actually quite interesting. And it's quite interesting how money works and how much power the government has on this, right? But remember, India bills useless. This was quite interesting. I mean, you're talking about cash reserves, right? When I started box mining, we actually had this event happen where the Indian government literally said, yo, guess what? Cash, we're going to wipe those out. We're going to issue new banknotes, and you have like 3 days to change those notes to new ones, and the old ones are useless. That was one of the most aggressive ways to fight corruption, and it's just kind of a very historic event. I'm not sure if you guys forgot or still remember, but I found this was super interesting. One, because I actually had, and why I remember is because I actually had rupees in my safe. It's just because I went to India and I thought, oh, you know what? I don't want to exchange those rupees. So the moment this happened, I was like, okay, well, the rupees I have in my safe are worthless. But I found this was an interesting way to fight corruption, right? Because how corruption worked in India was they would give just cash, right? And they'll have like barrels of cash sitting at home. So by changing those notes, they essentially kill off all that corruption money because, well, they're sitting in barrels and you can't convert those barrels into real money, right? Because you have to line up, and they only allow people to convert a little bit each day. So it's interesting to bring that up, Ronnie, because I feel like every government will have its own way of killing corruption. For China, CBDCs mean that they have direct overview of what's happening with the currency. So that migration to digital payments means that everything someone does is tracked, right? This is scary on all levels. But it is a case where you go to America and you can use cash, right? You go cash, you pay for say your food, you pay for your gas, you pay. Walmart takes cash, but in China it's actually different. Walmart in China they just take WeChat Pay, they take digital payments, right? In fact, even street vendors in China, their food trucks, street vendors, they take WeChat Pay too. All right, most merchants take WeChat Pay, Taobao, all your online shopping takes WeChat Pay. So everything's very trackable, and this is exactly what the government wants because at the end of the day, if they can track what you're doing, that gives them an advantage, right? So insane levels of control in China, and once the CBDC, so DCEP, once that rolls out, it's even more control because the central bank has complete control on whether you can send it or not. So there's a final signature on that requires a central bank to sign off on. So if they don't give you that signature, you can't send your money. So yeah, that's kind of crazy. That's so MTMD says that level of control is insane. It's insane. Gary Gusler says, "Did you say that CBDCs would be great? Yeah, why not? It's easier to transfer to Bitcoin, right? At the end of the day, we're transitioning. Like I think people get so sensitive about this, like they put their political views on it. But just think about it. If it's a digital form of currency and you want to convert it to Bitcoin, it's easier, right? And we know that in 10, 20 years, it's gonna be we're gonna go there. Like that's our current trajectory. So I'm not worried. Should you be worried? Nah. Ronnie Ray says, interesting. Never heard of WeChat Pay. Well, that is the biggest. Alipay and WeChat Pay, the two biggest payment gateways in China, and everyone does it because WeChat is their version of WhatsApp. So almost everyone has WeChat, so they can just send money to themselves and they can scan QR codes to pay each other. You have to remember, of course, that in China, QR codes are super, super hot. It's not like in the States where NFC is hotter. It was just easier for China to implement QR codes. So if you go to street vendors, and I've shown this in previous videos on this channel before, if you go to street vendors, they just have a QR code, a laminated QR code, and you just scan it, you send it, and you show them the confirmation, and they'll just give you your stuff. They give you your food. That's how it works in China. So yeah, that's how WeChat Pay works. Anyways, so blockchain comments, since beginning of time, Indians hold gold. That is smart. That is smart, sir. That is one smart way to do it. So anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to cover more of the banking situation and what's going on as it happens. So we have a live stream on happening tonight. So let me send that link back out again to you guys. But we're going to do that and cover that later on tonight. Do you guys, okay, I'm going to do a poll here, guys. Do you guys want coverage on airdrops? It's a little bit different. I asked my team to come up with ideas for airdrops. So let me engage with the audience, start a poll. So airdrop segment now. If you guys yes or no, ask your community. We'll get that feedback. You guys decide if we have an airdrop segment right now or not. But what I thought was like since Ron was basically researching airdrops for the last 2 months, we can kind of ask him and quiz him what's happening on airdrops. So whilst we're doing that, let me see and let me get the YouTube studio. I'm still super rusty on YouTube. So guys, bear with me whilst I'm still rusty on making YouTube and YouTube videos, but get the shareable link. And then we'll throw this here. CBDC airdrop. Only Arbitrum airdrops. And Donshot says, don't spill all the gems. All right, we got 65% people. So some people love it. So I guess we'll do popular opinion. We'll wait for another minute on this. But let me bring the stream up there. So the stream for tonight, which is gonna be happening. Oh, this is today's stream. Sorry, my bad, guys. Live stream. Copy this. Get shareable link. Then copy the clipboard, throw this on. So this stream is gonna happen in 9 hours. Notification on, guys. So if you just want to pop in there, let me just send that to chat right now. So chat, thank you guys for bearing with me whilst here. Boom. Cryptograms is let's see what a cryptograms is. When snack review soon. Angela Rang says, Cryptogram says, I actually pitched the idea to Boss Man, airdrop tutorial and mukbang at the same time. Why not? We can eat, drink, airdrop, watch pre-markets tonight. It's gonna be fun and exciting. Right. Let me. Okay, it's working. It's back to working again. All right. Cool. Muted. Sound's gone. Yeah. I was actually using my iPhone as sound. This mic is actually useless. It's kind of funny. Funny, not funny. But I was trying to get the sound to work. But yeah, I'm actually ended up just using my phone. So we got a comment here that says. Garrett also says, I heard China is putting an expiration date on CBDCs, so you have to spend a certain amount before they expire. Any truth to that? I don't see that. So what they're planning with CBDCs is that they have a final signature, so they can expire whenever they want, right? It's like, because there's so much control and because there's so many, it was like, there's a million things on security controls on this and many signatures, but hey Ron.
Did somebody say airdrops?
Yo, airdrop Ron!
How's it going?
How is it going? Let me see if the camera is here. We look very creepy, a little bit too close, you know. All right, too close for comfort. All right, here, and then I can zoom the camera out a little bit. No, this is all right. Okay, good. So Ron. Okay, let's do a mini interview. Airdrop Ron is here. Go. So you've been researching airdrops for like almost, say, 2 months now?
Yeah, I think more than 2 months.
More than 2 months. How many articles have you written?
Too many to count. It's a lot. If only I can get rich off those articles.
But yeah, so you've been doing airdrops. I guess what's your view on it? Because I persuaded, I got you on this. Yeah. I got you on this train, right? What's your view on this?
Airdrops are great because it's free money. It's risk free. Do I have to say
not risk? Not all.
Not all of them.
Not all of them. Not all of them. Okay, asterisk.
Exactly.
Not all of them.
Yeah. Actually, not all of them are risk free. And yes, of course, like maybe half of them are like rumors, right? But that's the point of airdrops. They want you to. They give this sense of mystery. It's all marketing, really, airdrops, and they want you to use their protocol in order to get that airdrop. Yeah.
And it's almost like the community, right? I mean, we've seen airdrops in 2020, and airdrops in 2020 were like, "Yo, retweet this. I'll give you $1." Yeah. And I'm like, nah, it's okay. I'll pass. I'll pass. It's okay. You can keep it. I'll give you $1. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. But nowadays, I think airdrops are insane because we saw Blur airdrop with the, almost like 2 million for the top airdrop. Exactly. Franklin got, I think, 2.5. I think.
Crazy. And Mushy Big Brother.
Yeah, 2 million. So he's flexing hard. So airdrops this year, I think it's almost about giving back to the community, right? So. It's almost like people finally value the community. Yes. And that's how things should be, right? I mean, Binance grew because people held their coin, right? So you've been seeing, what are the main categories? I saw some people, KJ says Arbitrum airdrops will be dope. Yep. Did you look at Arbitrum? Did you look at these big ones?
Of course. So I'd say the biggest airdrop narratives would be layer 1, layer 2, and wallets. So for layer 1, there's Soy, because Aptos did their airdrop last year, and a lot of people got a lot of money from the airdrops. And Soy needs a token to run on because it's a blockchain, right?
Yes.
So they're gonna have a token someday. So you just hop on the Soy testnet. It's completely free. You go to their faucet, you get those tokens, you play around with the protocol, and they have Soy name service.
Oh, really? You
on
buy your name?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you buy airdrop on that?
I did, dude.
How much it cost?
It's free. It's free, bro. But it's testnet. But I don't know if it translates to mainnet. Hopefully you'll still keep that.
And clarify, what is a testnet? Like, what do you do there? What is this whole thing about?
So testnet is like our sub channels, Airdrop King. So it's a place for them to run, to really stress test the network and to make sure that things are running smoothly. So why is there a testnet? It's because the devs want to make sure that before they launch the protocol that it's good. So they're really pushing that testnet hard. They're trying to find bugs. They're trying to find flaws. They're trying to make sure the transactions are running smooth. Because if the mainnet launches and it's shit, it's gone down to the drain, then no one's gonna use that mainnet.
Exactly. So I think the craziest thing is like for airdrops on Arbitrum, I know people who get 100K or more, and you know how they did
Optimism, you mean?
No,
Arbitrum?
actually,
Aptos.
Aptos.
Yeah.
And they did that by making multiple accounts. So the whole thing is about community, right?
Yeah.
All these platforms, they're giving away airdrops. They're not really free technically because you still have to do stuff and be part of the community, blah, blah, blah. But this guy, he found a strategy. He was like, you know what? Aptos wanted people to demonstrate they can use the network, right? So he just wrote a bot to just do the same thing on all his accounts, blah 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 blah, and then collecting $50 100 times, that's 5,000.
Compound
right?
effect.
Compound effect really matters there.
Yeah.
So this is something that you guys can try. So Soy, you think it's big?
Yeah, it's gonna be big for sure.
Soy?
What's Soy? Well, yeah, Soy is gonna be big, and then there's another one. Let's look at layer 2. So there's ZK Sync and Arbitrum, right? So Arbitrum, ZK Sync, again, no official announcement that there's going to be an airdrop. But if you look at their user documents, they labeled their token ticker. So for ZK Sync, it's like ZKS. And for Arbitrum, it's either RB or ARB. And let's check Arbitrum. So
this website's so hard to navigate. We should fire whoever made this. Oh fuck, it's me!
Damn.
Oh shit!
I think that's a paradox, dude. You're gonna create a black hole if you fire yourself.
Oh shit!
But let's look at Arbitrum, right? Let's take a look at the confirmation, okay? Because people be like, rumors. Arbitrum airdrop. So I remember when I wrote this, I was researching on it, and is there an Arbitrum token first and foremost before an airdrop? So one of their co-founders, the heck, where are you?
You're doing a lot, huh? You've been working hard.
I've been working really hard. Arbitrum, one of their co-founders basically, it's not here. Eh?
Right.
Stephen Goldfeder, right?
Uh-huh.
He tweeted that he was making cryptic tweets saying the appetizer is always served before the main course after Optimism, made their airdrop. Because people are asking like, okay, well, Optimism had their airdrop, so what about Arbitrum, and then he's like, the appetizer is always served before the main course. People are always asking him, where's the airdrop? Where's the airdrop? And he's like, okay, are we gonna have an airdrop?
Shoot, you get on this guy. So this is one of the main focuses on our channel. So now we have alpha leaks on Soy, Arbitrum. What's this? Arbitrum. So guys, we're doing more. So airdrops are popping on the box mining side. I'll try to organize this, and we'll try to get a tier list. I think that will probably help people the most on this.
For sure.
So yet again, these are just like ways for the community to get involved. The other one is Blur. So Blur is probably the biggest one right now. They have 300 million tokens that are going to give away. But that's the most competitive because you need to actually trade NFTs and trade JPEGs.
Yeah, you need to be a big ETH guy.
You need to be a big ETH guy.
To be on
I'm actually
Blur.
Big Brother. I think he lost like 900K last weekend just trading. What was it good? Gitcoin.
Bitcoin.
Gitcoin. Gitcoin. Michael slurps. Yeah, this was disgusting, by the way. But anyways, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll get more updates from Ron.
For sure, dude.
We're gonna have like channel segments that we're gonna test out. Ron's really excited. He's editing stuff. It's like one of your first times making videos, right?
Yeah, dude. Actually, I really suck at editing, but it's fun.
It's fun.
Doing these videos. I mean, Michael gives me a lot of freedom to to do stuff.
Awesome, great. You're required to say that. Yes, this is done. Tick. So guys, thank you guys so much for watching today. We'll summarize this tweet. Thank you guys so much. Ron, also you have your own Twitter, right?
Oh yeah,
you can show your own Twitter whilst you're here.
Airdrop Ron.
Airdrop Ron. Are you still working on it?
Yes.
I was busting his ass.
Michael is busting my ass. I'm like tweeting.
It's good. It's good fun. It's like it's one of those things that yet again you haven't done it before.
Yes.
So
yes.
It takes a while to get started. So Airdrop Ron is coming out. Also, we're testing a lot of the content on our new channel called Boss Money Testnet. So if you guys are interested in new content, we've got Natalie here. She's doing news segments that's like summarizing news in 5 minutes or less. I know these live streams are like an hour. So I'm like, you know what? We should make a segment that's like 5 minutes or less. So Natalie's doing those for 5 minutes or less on Box Money Testnet. So we're testing all our content before it gets released on the main channel. So because YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So Airdrop Ron's coming on this channel. He's going to talk about airdrops, what delivering you the alpha, a tier list for airdrops. Yeah. What else? Yeah, check out his Twitter. Yeah. Thank you for coming on the stream, and of course the night stream tonight is gonna be at 9 p.m. It's been great. I'm gonna work hard. All right.
Hang in there, Ron.
All right,
dude. We're gonna get through this.
No, dude.
That's my motto.
We're gonna get through it. We're not even suffering, dude. You get free money. All right, stop. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching today. Really, really enjoyable live stream. I'll see you guys soon.